What's up, everybody? Oh my goodness, it's Friday night. Woo! Friday night. Thank you, everyone. I see a bunch of people already joining. Thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight's going to be a fun and interesting night, to say the least. First and foremost, sound off. Let me know who's here, where you're from, especially if you're new, and just stopping by to see the torture tonight. Which I'll get into later. But sign off. Let me know who's here, and then what you're drinking tonight. I'm actually taking a break from the normal special tea that I drink, and I'm gonna go with the Yingling Hershey's. What's up with that? I got a couple bottles. Hi, Diana. Diana, you evil person, you evil. Hi, Pam. Oh, and I'll explain why Diana is evil in a little bit. You gotta get that buzz on because this is going to be such a interesting. Why am I blurry? What the hell? What happened there? I'm all blurry. Why? There I am. Okay. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. All right. So tonight, yeah, you love me, Diana. Sure you do. Sure you do. I don't know about that. I think you're evil because let me change this. There we go. Now we put that up. Let me get the comments nice and big. What's up? Look at all the people we have. Bill Freeman, you're in trouble tonight. That's right. Hey, Ted. What's up, Ted? I miss you, Ted. I miss you, man. I miss hanging out with you. JD is in the house because JD and I are going to do, well, this is all JD's fault. So let me get into this. Let me say hi to everybody. We got Kat. What's up? How you from Oz? Nice. Drinking Fireball and apple cider. Nice. Hey, Linda. Drinking buddies. What's up? Drinking Long Island iced tea. There you go. Hey, Kimberly. What's up? Good to see everyone. So tonight we're still doing our paranormal skeptic Q&A kind of thing. So feel free to put your questions in the comments as usual. We are broadcasting tonight on only 2 outlets. Well, actually 3. I was mistaken. We're broadcasting on the Facebook pages of WLFE-DB Radio Network, and I am Kenny Biddle. And then I'm also broadcasting onto my YouTube channel. So I haven't seen anybody pop in from there yet, but I'm trying to narrow it down. I think next week I'm only going to broadcast on the WLFE-DB Radio Network, and that way we get everyone onto the same page. That way all the comments are there, all you guys can see each other, and then you can have your discussions, which is awesome. I love that. I love that part of it. What's up, Dan? I love when you guys have discussions, but hey, Bob. And post questions, and then not only do I get to talk about the questions that are brought up, then you guys have great discussions. It's probably going blurry, Kim, because I keep talking with my hands. So I'm guessing it's screwing it up. So I'm going to stop talking with my hands. I'm going to keep my hands down to myself. Anyway, so tonight, like I said, we're going to do the normal Q&A. What's up, Tom? Yo. We're going to do a normal Q&A. So if you have paranormal related questions, feel free to put them in the chat room. Do me a favor, put them in, put the word question first and then type out your question. That way, when I scroll through all the comments, because the comments do have a habit of jumping on me. When I try to scroll down, they sometimes jump to the newest comment. So sometimes it's a pain in the ass. It's not you guys, it's not me, it's the way it brings in the comments. So do that for me, please. Let me go over the rules for anyone that's here for the first time. The rules are, number 1, this is open to paranormal related questions in which I give you my skeptical opinion. It doesn't mean it's always right. It doesn't mean, my opinion is better than yours. It doesn't. It just means that I'm coming from a different perspective sometimes, most of the time, and that we can have a discussion. Rule number 2 is that I don't know everything. I really don't. I know I try to learn everything. I really do. But I'm nowhere near like a know-it-all. But If I don't know something, I will certainly look it up. I have enough screens here on either side of this screen to look stuff up, and then we can talk about it as I'm looking it up. And if you guys have more information, feel free to post it in the chat room, and especially if you have links. If you have a link to something that you're talking about, send it, because that'll be great. Rule number 3 is basically be nice. Let's have discussions. Let's talk about things. Let's be nice about it. And just have friendly conversations. Don't be a dick. That's the bottom line of that rule. Don't be a dick, because that doesn't get us anywhere. So, let's see. What's John Michael drinking? Drinking some wine called Bacon that actually tastes like bacon. I can't. Wow. Okay. Kimberly wants to know if I checked on the vampire history. I did not. Unfortunately, it's my fault. I've been slacking. I was off all this week. I was literally off all week because I had a bunch of time, and the only time that I actually could take off was this week. So that's what I did. And we went traveling, and we explored some places, which you guys probably saw if you subscribe to my K&D Adventures YouTube channel. You saw that we went out to a couple places. I think another video dropped today, and then another video will drop Monday, I think, of all the places that we went to. And I've been trying to catch up on some other work. I built a bed for my dog, or not a bed, a ramp for my dog, so she could get up onto our bed, because she's getting old, so she needs a little help here. So let me see. Oh, sorry, question. Don't get snooty with me. No. Let's see. JD has a question. You and I have established what I will do if I die and come back as a ghost. If you die eating this chip, what will you do to prove you're a ghost? Okay. So a little backstory. Earlier in the week, JD and I did a little video, impromptu video that we popped up, and we said that if you guys would donate money to the Cancer Research Institute, and if it totaled about $100, then JD was going to do the one chip challenge. This one chip challenge from, I don't know how, Paqui, I think that's how you say it, Paqui. I'm not sure, but he would do this, and this is like inside one extremely hot tortilla chip. It's the Carolina Reaper. And it's got one chip in it. I'll open the box up so you can see it. It's in that bag. In that bag. I'm not going to touch the bag because the last time I did and then touched my face, it was fucking torture. So I'm not going to touch it until later. So with that, some people, Tom, started harassing me and and wanted to know if I would do it. And I'm total wuss. I'm a total wuss when it comes to spicy stuff. But because I didn't think it would happen, I foolishly said, okay, if you hit, if we raise $500, then I would do it with him. That I would do the chip challenge with JD, because I bought myself one, obviously. More of as a novelty. I didn't actually think I was going to eat it. And then today, somebody, Diana, decided to donate $500 so that this would happen. So now I am stuck. I have to do it with JD. And this is all JD's idea. So I want to make that clear. It was his idea to raise money, which is really awesome. And I really, really appreciate what the idea and raising money. So we've raised, I think altogether, it was, I think it came to like $550 that we raised for cancer research, which is really, really cool. And it's a good cause. And if I'm going to be in pain for, or both JD and I, because I don't think JD is that big on spicy stuff, from the way he was talking. Correct me if I'm wrong, JD. I know you're in the chat room. So yeah, I think both of us are going to suffer a lot. And because of that, I prepared. And my wife, Donna, will be coming up here towards the end of the show when we do this challenge. And she will be taking over hosting duties. So that I can, this show will still go on, even though I can't function. So there you go. All right. So let's see. So JD's question was, what will I do to prove you're a ghost? If I died, what would I do? If I to prove, well, you know what? I don't have like a secret code. Like Houdini had they did the seance for, well, they're still doing the seance. I was actually able to attend this year's seance for Houdini, but for 10 years, his wife Bess held a seance where they tried to contact Houdini, and they had a secret code that was going on, but unfortunately the secret code got out. The secret got out, and someone exploited that. But I don't know. If I came back, I would haunt all you motherfuckers. That's what I would do. Every one of you, you would know it's me. I would write my name in the steamed up mirror in all of your bathrooms whenever you took showers. That's me. That would be me. So you would know. There you go. There you go. If I suddenly die tonight, and then tomorrow you wake up, before you check your phone, to see all the new stuff going on in the world, and you go take a shower, and you come out of the shower and you look at the mirror and it says Kenny was here, you know it was me. I died, and there you go. So there you let's see. Oh, and Tom coming in from YouTube wants to know the fourth rule. So the fourth rule, which probably will not apply tonight, is that if I get too intoxicated, because this is a bar, we drink while we're here. If this is a bar, then and I drink too much and I start slurring, you guys are supposed to tell me so that we can end the show. But I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I actually had someone send me an email and called me a fucking alcoholic because of my show. Seriously. Like I pretty much drink Friday night when I get home for the show, and that's it. Maybe Saturday night. Once in a while I have a beer, but other than that, like, they call me a fucking alcoholic. Because what they say, something about all you do is drink during your show, and you're ridiculous, and skepticism is bullshit and stuff like that. But I was like, wow, I took offense to that alcoholic thing. I mean, I am a professional drinker. That's what I am. So screw you, fucking alcoholic, whatever. All right. So let's see. What are you on a bar top? What are you talking about? Oh, Kimberly says you should dance in a G-string. What? On a bar top? I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Tom says, okay, all taking bets on how long Kenny lasts until he runs off camera. So remember, this is me and JD. And oh, wait, JD says, dude, I love spicy stuff, but I think we're going to suffer. Dude, what's the code? All right, we can talk later, JD. It's been published, and we can talk about the code. The code was with his wife, and it had to do, Houdini and his wife, they had this stage show going where it was pretty much the beginning of mentalism, and they had a code with certain code words that when they would say it, it would represent certain letters. And then so one of them could have a secret message, and the other one could be talking to them, and the audience would have no idea what they're talking about. Just, it was casual conversation. It was conversation that if you heard it normally would seem like a normal conversation. But certain words, certain key words in there represented certain letters and other meanings. So they were able to communicate with each other, him and his wife, across between the stage and the audience, and be able to decipher a message. And it seemed like he was psychic. It was really cool. It was really, really detailed. And it's something that magicians use with mentalism acts now. And we can see that sometimes on Penn and Teller when they do their Fool Us show. Really, really cool. Really sophisticated code, but awesome. Really, really cool. John Michael says, I think the code was Rosabella Believe. That was part of it. And again, there were a bunch of code words, and then those code words added up to the phrase, which was inscribed. I didn't want to get this wrong, but there was an inscription I think, in her ring, in her wedding ring. That was part of the code. Really cool stuff, though. Really, really cool. And it's an amazing thing when you read about it. And then you read about the psychic. The name escapes you right now, but the psychic that exploited it. Because he kind of started, it sounds like he started dating Bess, Houdini's wife, a little bit after, a while after Houdini died. Maybe not dating, but trying to date, I think. And it was more for an exploitation, trying to get information from her. And I think it worked because he was able to get the code. All right, which was actually published in a book. It's up here. I'm not going to dig it out because there's a lot of stuff in front of it. But it was published in a book like a year or two beforehand. So it was out there. So all you needed was a little bit more information and you could crack the code. Pretty cool. All right. So Kat says, oh, I'll be sure to turn my recorder on before I go to bed, just in case. Nice. Ted, what's up, Ted? Thanks for the cue. So he says, lately I have come across symbols in some paranormal cases. Usually I am able to find answers, but lately they are strange. Do you have a go-to book or online search areas? So this is interesting. I haven't done this in a while, where it's actually codes or not codes, but symbols. If you come across symbols, there's a couple books. I know there's like a encyclopedia that's out there. You can get at Barnes & Noble. It's an encyclopedia of symbols that may help. But if you simply do a search, like usually I do just a search on Google and describe the symbol, like, 2 circles with a line, this and that, and go through it. I usually hit like the images tab on Google, and then I'll go through all the images and, go from there. It takes time. If something doesn't come up right away, it takes a long time to go through it because you don't know if you're just getting a symbol, you don't know the basis of it. You don't know where it's coming from. So, I mean, shit, it could be a fucking Star Wars symbol. They have their own language. So a written language, which usually if I see it, I recognize it. Like, oh shit, I know what that is. Give me a minute and I'll decipher it. But as for any other symbols, I don't really have a go-to book. It's just basically Google. I don't come across it that much. I used to, like, I think there's maybe twice. I think twice in my early years of like when I was still a ghost hunter going into skepticism that I came across a strange symbol on a door or a wall. And then I went from there. So, I mean, if you want help, send me a message, send me a picture or sketch of the symbol, and I'll see if I can look it up. I don't know. Do I have that book? I don't think I have that book, but I can at least try and help you out. Coming up, Bob. Nice profile pics, Bob. He says, sorry, I'm officially joining now. I just dropped off a long election analysis on my Facebook. Oh, wow. You're a political junkie. No politics here. This is a politics-free zone. Nothing but ghosts and demons and Bigfoot and chupacabra and UFOs and aliens and green men and anal probes. Wait, what? Huh. All right. Ted says you can't be an alcoholic. You don't go to meetings. That's right. I don't go to meetings. And this shit is good. This Hershey stuff. Oh, this is good stuff. I love this. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. All right. Oh, John Michael has a question. What's your opinion of Darren Brown? I don't know who Darren Brown is, so I'm going to have to look it up. Let's see. Darren Brown. Let's see. Darren Brown is an English mentalist, illusionist, painter, and author. Since his television debut with Darren Brown, Mind Control in 2000, Brown has produced several other shows for the stage and television in both series and specials. His 2006 stage show, Something Wicked This Way Comes, and his 2012 show, oh my God, I can't pronounce that, Svengali, won him 2 Lawrence Oliver Awards for Best Entertainment. I'm not sure if I saw these, but let me see if no, you didn't see anything else. As for mentalism, like I can't really comment on the guy because I'm not sure if I've seen him or not. It doesn't look familiar. His face doesn't. His face kind of looks familiar. I'm not sure if I've seen him. But now I'm gonna have to. Let me get my trusty pad. Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't belong. Got my pad. Let me see. Darren. I will look him up maybe tomorrow when the medics come and resuscitate me later tonight. I will look him up and see what his shows are. But I love mentalism. I really, really love it. I've seen a bunch of different acts that mostly are really impressive. It's really impressive, especially when you get into the background of it, figuring out how they come up with these codes or figuring out the most common guesses and then pretty much betting on the common thing, betting on people picking the same numbers that most people would pick, or the same phrases or same words. It's really, really cool. Let's see. I'm going to move on because honestly, I can't give you a good answer. I'm sorry, John. But I'll look it up and maybe I'll get back to you this week. Let's see. Bob says, what are your thoughts on the Mandela Effect? I think that's so funny. The Mandela Effect is basically when certain people remember something differently than what happened. Let me look up a good definition of it so that I'm not screwing it up. Mandela Effect. All right, so Mandela Effect is an unusual phenomenon where a large group of people remember something differently than how it occurred. Conspiracy theorists believe this is proof of an alternate universe, while many doctors use it as an illusion or illustration. I'm sorry, not an illusion. Many doctors use it as an illustration of how imperfect memory can be sometimes. And yeah, I mean, that's because the most common case is the Bernstein and Bearstein, or Bearstein bears and the Bearstein bears. I don't know which one is correct. I remember Bearstein, and I think it actually has to do with the spelling of the name of the bears. I don't honestly like when that comes up, when that particular version of the Mandela Effect comes up. It's like, who the fuck cares? It's a children's book. You know, who cares? I used to read those books to my son, and maybe it's the pronunciation. I don't know. But there's other, let's see, here's 40 Mandela examples. There's one with Curious George having a tail. Some people apparently remember Curious George having a tail, like a long tail, but I believe he never did. Yeah, he didn't. He actually didn't. So let's see. All right, what else is there? Let's see. Basically, Nelson Mandela's death. That's the one that started it all. And let's see. Let's start with the reason we're all here. Nelson Mandela, who this theory is named after, died in 2013. However, countless people distinctly remember him dying in prison in the 1980s. But his death isn't the only example of the Mandela Effect. So that's the big one. And I do remember this being brought up whenever this effect is there, that people remember him dying in prison in the 1980s, but he in fact did not. I think it's just, what is it? I mean, is it just the fact that misinformation? I mean, today we have a lot of misinformation. I mean, there's a lot, and it spreads pretty quickly. But back in the early 90s, early 2000s, it didn't spread as quickly, and I think the misinformation became ingrained. So it was much easier to take hold of people because it was a lot harder to fact check it. So and this is just me. I don't know if this has any scientific basis whatsoever, but I think it had something to do with just misinformation being able to get into your head and take root and grow from there. And if you didn't fact check it, if you didn't have an easy source of just picking up your phone and saying, oh, is this right? Like I do every day. Like, is this right? Then you would grow up thinking, okay, maybe for the last 10 years, you heard a rumor that Nelson Mandela died in prison. And that's what you grew up with. So there you go. That's the information you grew up with. That's the information that you base everything off of, that has to do with that topic. And then you go about your life and you hear something that's different, contradictory, and it's like, what the fuck? I don't know. Don't know at all. So, yeah, my thoughts on the Mandela Effect. I think it's a psychological issue, a lack of fact checking, not laziness. It's not laziness. I think it's just you heard something, you went with it, and that's it. I don't know if that's a good answer for you. I don't know if that's what you were looking for, but I mean, I don't have too much else to go with on that one. But appreciate the question. Cindy, what's up? Cindy Eastman. That looks like a new name. Are you new? Awesome. I mean, if you are, if you're not, then I'm embarrassed. But if you are, awesome. Welcome. So my opinion of the Mothman. I've been out to what's the town? Holy crap! What's the town in West Virginia? Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I've been out there. I've seen the mounds. I've seen all the places where they allegedly had the sightings. I've seen the bridge. I've seen the museum. And unfortunately, I mean, I don't know what you're looking for here, but I'm going with the owl hypothesis, because the descriptions, when you read the early accounts, the very first accounts, and that's always important. I mean, when you start investigating a topic like this, well, any kind of topic, any kind of mystery, you want to go to primary sources. And when you go to the primary sources and you go to the first sources, the first accounts that were given, and you compare them, the four witnesses that initially made the report, when you compare their reports together, they don't match up. There's discrepancies, and there's enough discrepancy there that, okay, they saw something, but they didn't see a monster. They saw something they weren't used to seeing in an environment that promoted spookiness. It was at nighttime. They were out at the TNT bunkers. I think that's what they were called. And they saw this thing that flew at them. Who knows? It could have been protecting its nest. Whatever, it flew at them. Did it fly alongside the car, like almost all the way back to town? I don't know. I mean, obviously I wasn't there, and we don't have any other records except for the people that were saying what happened. So do I think, my opinion of the Mothman, I think it's a good story, but I don't think it's an actual monster. I don't think it's a creature that was real. I think it was a owl that was misidentified. And under the conditions, I think they were stressed, they were panicked, they were scared. They saw this big thing. Because you know what? Tell you what, I've seen owls on TV, and it's no big deal. Like, you see them and like, oh, cool. They're cool looking, they're cute. But when I've seen them in like live in real life, and not just at the zoo, I've had the opportunity to see them in the wild, and they're big motherfuckers. They're scary as shit. I wouldn't fuck with them. And if I saw that thing coming at me in the dark, yeah, I'd probably run too. I mean, definitely run. You see them claws? Holy shit. Yeah, so I think it was just a misinterpretation packaged with fear. And so they gave a story, and unfortunately the account grew, and it became much more than the four people that originally witnessed it. So I don't think it's anything. I think it's a cool legend. That's about it. Carol, I don't see I don't know if you finished typing your question. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see. Stacy, you were watching a movie. What the hell, Stacy? It's Friday night. Hello. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you, putting off your movie and coming over here. For those of you that are asking, the chip challenge will be coming soon. Not yet, though. We're going to get through most of the Q&A first, and then we're going to do the challenge. So there we go. Okay. So Stacy offers this. Only opinion I have is that the Silver Bridge collapse happened 16 years to the day I was born. It's not funny. Like haha. It's funny as in it's weird that the Silver Bridge collapse is blamed on a mythical creature. I do believe, like I'm not up to date on this. I haven't read it recently, but I do believe there was structural issues with the bridge, and that's why it collapsed. Not because of some mythical owl man creature that was seen. I don't think that's. I don't know why people make that connection, but I'm pretty sure it was structural integrity issues that caused the bridge to collapse, not a Mothman sighting. JD says Mandela Effect. Darth Vader saying, "Luke, I am your father." Wrong. Yes, that's a perfect example. So many people, and I think that this is a good example because it gets into the pop culture reference, because you see so many people reference that on television shows and in real life. Kids growing up seeing that, they would recite the line, "Luke, I am your father," when Darth Vader didn't say Luke. He never said, "Luke, I am your father." He says, "No, I am your father," just like JD says. I mean, that's awesome, man. You brought it all together. Star Wars, paranormal, Mandela Effect, answering the question. Oh, I'll love it. But yeah, I mean, that's people remember it one way, and they will swear by it. I mean, I remember having, well, I mean, take this as you will, having drunken conversations in a bar with fellow geeks about this kind of thing, where they said something about it. They were doing a lightsaber battle with forks and spoons, and somebody said, "Luke, I am your father," and it came up like, no, he didn't say that. And then you get geeks are they're pretty fierce when they start arguing. But yeah, that's a good example. Good one, JD. I appreciate that. Let's see. Looking through some of the questions here. Bridge thing. John Michael says, "I in no way believe the Mandela Effect has anything to do with the paranormal, and I know it's me misremembering, but I'll still fight someone if they tell me the Monopoly man never had a monocle." That's also a popular one. That the Monopoly guy had a monocle, and he never did. Because when that came up, I actually searched for it, and I could not find a official picture with him wearing a monocle. So, all right. I love this. I love the conversation going on in the chat room. That's really cool. All right. Carol's question. Have you reviewed all the main types of ghost hunting equipment? If not, what do you have left to review? The main types. I think that's a pretty subjective kind of question there, because it's like, what's considered main types? I've done reviews of the K2 meter, the SLS camera. I've done the REM pod. I've done cameras, audio equipment. What else is there? Dowsing rods. I've done testing. I don't think I've written up anything on dowsing rods, particularly. Ouija boards, I've done that. What else is there? The Ovilus, I haven't written up anything officially, because it was just, I feel it's a waste of time, because it says on the fucking front of it, and I'm not yelling at you, Carol. I'm saying in general, it fucking says for entertainment purposes only. So if you're using that as a legitimate device, that's on you. But it says for entertainment purposes only. So, yeah. What else is there? Flashlight trick. I've done that. I've done a video on that where it's just I can't believe people fucking fell for that. Wow, that's just amazing. What else? I don't know what else is the main would be considered main. I did a static dome. I think I wrote up the one that Bob Christopher did, but the rest of them are pretty much the same. There's no difference. I mean, they use the same components. And anything you have to watch with that, like static electricity devices, they all use the same same parts. The what is it called? The MPF 102, not sensor. I forget what it's called, but that's the MPF 102 is what they use in the static devices, which is all the same thing. So it doesn't matter what company, quote unquote, that you get it from, it's the same thing. I've done the cat balls. That's funny. Where the guy from Ghost Hunters Academy or whatever, Desbins, he started selling cat toys. They're little plastic balls. Do I have the cover? I think I have the cover. Oh, here they are. I don't have the actual balls in them, but this is the one that was being sold to Ghost Hunters. And it was the same exact thing as this one, the motion activated cat toy. But this one was like 3 times more expensive than this one. And the same exact parts, which is total ripoff. Total ripoff. But I am working on others. It's time consuming, and if I don't get the device, it's hard to review it without actually having one, and they're so expensive. I mean, some of these things are only worth like $5 or $10, and they're being sold for like $150, $200, $300, and it's not within my budget to get these things just to test them, because I do test them and then I end up ripping them apart because I want to see what's inside, and sometimes they go back together okay, sometimes they don't. Like the REM pod, they're usually glued shut, and the only way to see what's inside of them is to literally destroy it. So like the REM pod that I had, I tested, I opened it up, found what was inside, realized it was a $10 part, and that's it. Like, I can't play with it anymore, except for I still can play with the components because I still have the Junior Thurman kit from that REM pod. I put it back together, but the REM pod itself, the whole casing thing, is destroyed because I had to cut it open. So, but I'm getting there. If a new device comes up, I'll get to it. I'll try to get to it because I do love testing them. I love looking at the claims that people make about them. Nicholas, when owls can get big. Yes, they can. They can get huge. Dan Webster. Oh, this is going to be good. So he has a question, and he says, I have read that sniffing the spice rosemary can improve your memory by 70 to 80%. They claim to support this scientifically. Have you heard of this, and does this claim pass the Biddle test? I have never remembered my dreams. Very rarely. Since I started sniffing this spice every day, I remember 3 to 4 dreams a night. I can't say for sure it's improved my memory, but it's very coincidental that all of it started when I began sniffing spice. I don't have any stats in front of me for this kind of thing. I can look it up. Let me see. Memory. In all this stuff that I've read, let me get this out of the way so I can see you guys. Well, so you can see me. I can't see you. In the stuff that I've read, the scientific literature that deals with memory, nothing has ever come up about sniffing. What is it? Rosemary. Nothing has come up with that. I've seen people come up with it or write about it, and it's usually metaphysical sites or wellness sites. But in the scientific literature, I have not seen this at all. So that's why, I'm kind of at a loss to give you a good opinion of this. Um, with you remembering, you said you remember 3 or 4 dreams at night. That's a little hard to believe, because no one I've ever spoken with or talked to about this, or nothing that I've ever read has indicated that people read or remember 3 to 4 dreams per night, that they only remembered the last one. Now, I don't know. We should probably talk a little bit more about this, maybe offline a little later, or this weekend. But that's troubling to me, and troubling not in like, there's a problem, but troubling as in I don't see that happening. But of course, I mean, if you're making the claim, then maybe there's something to it, and we have to look into it a little deeper. But I don't. As for scientifically, let me go back to your question here and make sure that I'm addressing this right. Does it pass the Biddle test? Well, I don't know. I really don't know. Again, I haven't seen it in any of the scientific literature, so I don't see how. I mean, because I know olfactory senses really can bring about memories. It's a powerful tool to cause you to remember something. You smell something, it causes a memory to come back. I'm at a loss. I really am. I don't know enough about this topic to give you a good answer. But that's gonna go in my notes here. Memory. How do you spell memory? There you go. Memory, and going with Rosemary. Right? Rosemary. Rosemary? Like, that's, now that I think about it, Rosemary is not the scent that I recall. I don't recall exactly what people used to say, but I don't think it was rosemary. I don't know. I could be wrong. Because I have been known to be wrong often. But I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that. But that's a good one, Dan. I mean, it could also be because your mindset is different. You have to take that into account too, because if you decide that you want to start trying to improve your memory or remember certain things, especially if this is dreams, if you start getting up in the morning and purposely, like, you go to sleep thinking, I want to remember my dreams, and then get up in the morning and that's the thought that pops in your head, I want to remember, and you start writing it down, then it becomes more of a self-fulfilling prophecy rather than I'm just going to sniff this and I start remembering everything better. And I wouldn't actually say that remembering dreams is a testament to improved memory. Memory has we're talking about different things here. Like, memory is what? Like, old memories from when you were a child growing up, or are these memories from, witnessing an event like a car crash that happened, or some kind of like a protest, details of a protest that happened recently, because that they're happening all over the place now, or something like that. There's different avenues that we could go down with this. But I mean, we can certainly talk later, a little bit more in depth, get more details about this. Hit me up tomorrow if I'm still alive after tonight, because I'm still not anticipating living through this experience tonight. But I hope that at least satisfied you for the moment, and then we can talk more later. All right, let me see. Nicholas says he has reviewed a ton of equipment. Most are useless. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try. I mean, sometimes I write a whole review of a piece of equipment when I really get into detail about it. But other times it's I just throw up a post and basically say, like, don't waste your money on this. This is a piece of shit. So it depends on how much time I have and how much testing I get done with a piece of equipment, because it's not something that just happens where it's like, all right, I have an afternoon and I'll just test this. You have to test the claims that are being made if you can, because if a device says, "Hey, this detects ghosts," that is not a testable claim. It's simply not, because you can't prove that whatever is making this thing go off is a ghost. But I can look at the components and say, okay, this is what this is actually designed to do. Let me see if it does that properly. And then what else can make this go off? We've talked about it before, like the REM pods. You can easily you can make them go off with a two-way radio. And you can do it from like 30 to 40, 50 feet, especially if you're inside of a house. That declines a little bit more or decreases when you're outside in open air. But like stuff like that, horrible. K2 meters, forget it. A two-way radio, and you can make that thing go off all night from almost anywhere in the house. Let's see. Cindy Eastman. There have been numerous sightings in Chicago lately. Oh man. Those what's her name? There's a woman that I forget her name. There's a woman that investigated these claims, the Chicago claims, and was able to find logical explanations for pretty much all of them. She really dove deep into them, deep dive into them, and was able to find explanations. Oh crap! What was her name? I actually talked to her a few weeks ago online. We had a meeting with her. Oh crap! So I'm gonna write your name down, and I'm gonna look up the name of the woman that did this, and I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna let you know her name. Who investigated Chicago Mothman. And I'll let you know. I'll put you in touch with her, or you can look up her work. She wrote, I think, an article or a couple articles, maybe a series of articles that dealt with a lot of these claims. And she got a lot of slack for it. A lot of slack from believers of Mothman, and unwanted and sometimes very, very nasty, like unprofessional and just total bullshit slack for it. But she did a good job. I read some of her work, and I was pretty impressed with what she did. Let's see. Stacy says owls have skinny ass legs. Their entire body. Oh my goodness! I saw one without like any of its feathers, and it's stuff of nightmares. Kat Ward has a question. What are your thoughts on ghost lights, such as our Min lights, which are part of lore here? So ghost lights are, it depends on the situation, because there's a few instances of ghost lights here in the States that they often turn out to be headlights or car lights, because you're looking, when you start looking at the direction where the ghost lights come up, you can line it up with usually like a mountain or a very high level mound or highway or freeway, in which case at one point headlights or car lights are visible, and it might not be the entire time that the car is driving along the path, but it's brief enough and long enough to catch someone's attention. Sometimes it's train lights. It really has to do with the situation. I can't comment on all of them because every situation is different. Every case really has to be investigated separately. It's not just an across the board answer that goes with that. You really have to see what's going on. And in today's world, I mean, I don't know if you're talking about the Min lights. Let me look that up. Let me look it up and see if there's something real quick I can look at. Min ghost lights. Ghost lights. Min. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Min lights. Is there a scientific explanation? ABC.com. Let's see. This is Min lights are mysterious phenomenon that have spooked many people in the outback of Australia. But is there any scientific proof that Min lights exist, or is it simply folk tale? Lights have been described by witnesses as floating, fast-moving balls of color that glow in the night sky and stalk people, leaving some feeling confused and frightened. Sometimes the lights are blue, and other times they are white or yellow. Interesting. And as I scroll down, I see something that says, what does science say? Let's see. Curtis Roman, a senior lecturer at Charles Darwin University, is gathering stories from Indigenous Australians about Min lights as part of the ongoing research project. Although he is only in the early stages of his research, Dr. Roman said that all the Indigenous people he had interviewed so far describe how frightened they were. So this doesn't give a explanation at all. It pretty much just describes light. It's clickbait. I clicked on clickbait. That's what I did. So I'll have to look into them a little bit more and see if I can come up with anything. Wow, I'm like 20 minutes behind on the questions. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna that'll go on my list. Let's see. Min lights. That's funny. Min lights. All right. Let's see. Loki says, have you seen all the dead deer on the side of the road in Valley Forge? Oh my goodness. Yes. Going down the questions here, the comments are awesome. Let's see. John Michael says, I believe, according to Investigating Ghosts by Ben Rafford, the person who made the obelisk says he doesn't even believe in ghosts and made them purely because he knew people would buy them. So I don't remember the exact quote, but there was a article in Scientific America, where they did a piece on ghost hunting equipment. And Ben was interviewed, I was interviewed, and Sharon Hill was interviewed. And we all talked about it. And in that piece, Bill Chappell was also interviewed. And yes, he did say in that interview that he doesn't even believe that ghosts are real. He doesn't believe in ghosts. And he just built this. I don't think he actually came out and said, he knew people would buy it, and that's why he did it. But just the fact that he doesn't believe in ghosts. He doesn't actually have to say that he built this device just because he knew people would buy it. Saying that you don't believe in something exists, yet selling a device that allegedly talks to those things that don't exist to you, that to me says you're in it for the money. So yeah, I mean, nothing he built, nothing Bill Chappell builds, I would take seriously, because it's all for entertainment purposes only. I mean, like I said, the obelisk, no, I don't have it here. But it clearly states on the front of it, for entertainment purposes only. That's your clue. That's seriously your clue. And again, I said it before, if you're using it and you're taking it seriously, that's on you, jackass. You shouldn't be using it. Oh my goodness. Carol says I should write a book on all the equipment. I'm back and forth with the book thing because I know it's out there. It's something to do. But I think I reach more people doing what I do now rather than putting a book in like Barnes and Noble, or on Amazon. I don't think people are going to buy a book by a skeptic. If they're a ghost hunter, they already believe that the equipment doesn't work or does work. If they're a ghost hunter and they're a believer, they believe the ghost hunting equipment works. So why buy a book from a skeptic? And then if a skeptic buys the book, then, I'm almost preaching to the choir. So I'm really back and forth with writing something like that. I don't think I would do it on just the equipment. that would probably be like a chapter, and just, you know, like, this piece of equipment, bullshit. This piece of equipment, bullshit. But I would explain why, because that's what I do. Let's see. Tom has a question. What was the one device that you had the most fun with taking apart to investigate the inner workings? That's a good question. I really love going through all of them. The REM pod was fun. The REM pod was really fun because there was so much fucking glue in that. So much glue. I mean, it was really like handfuls of glue that I cut out of that in order to get it. Almost looked like, because the REM pod comes in this cylinder. It's a PVC cylinder that's about like that big, and there were, I think, 3 layers of cardboard in there, and in between it looked like they just took a hot glue gun and just stick after stick of glue they just piled in there. So that was a lot. But once I got to it and realized, oh shit, you know, this is what it is, and looked it up online and found out it was a $10 part, and they were selling REM pods, I think, for $150 at the time. So that was a lot of fun. Well, of course, when I got the Periscope 360 from my friend JJ, who fucking hates me so much, that was fun taking apart, because mostly for principle, because somebody had donated the device and another device of his to me, to test, to figure out what was going on. And I just posted a picture holding both of them and say, hey, I'm gonna take these apart. I forget exactly what I said, but I think I said, like, I'm gonna bitalize these or something like this and figure out what's really going on. And the guy went ballistic. The guy that builds them, JJ, he was so pissed off. And then we talked on the phone. Well, I talked. He yelled, and made lots of threats, which were funny. But that was actually fun, because even though this guy's just a jackass, and pretty mean, and greedy, it was fun taking it apart to see how it worked and to understand what was going on, and realize, like, this is just like a dozen other gadgets that are out there, and it really doesn't do anything. So those, I think, the Xbox Kinect, that was another good one. That was a real good one. I mean, I really loved the detail that I got into with that, because it wasn't just about testing the equipment on how it reacts during a ghost hunt. I spoke to people at Microsoft, which was really cool. I love being able to do that. I mean, that's when you start getting into like companies that don't have anything to do with ghost hunting. You get into the primary companies that manufacture this shit. It's really cool talking to them, because most times when you explain, like, hey, you know, ghost hunters are using this. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. You know, what are they seeing? What's happening? And once you say that to them, they kind of relax. You know, they get into it. They're like, oh, really? That's what they're using it for? Oh, let me tell you about this. And they give you all this information, and it's really fascinating to learn. The same happened when I was looking into the tri-field meter from Alpha Labs. I actually talked to the president of Alpha Labs, who manufactures this very expensive piece of equipment that ghost hunters use. And he was a great guy. We talked for like an hour and a half, 2 hours on the phone. And it was just nice that I could throw questions at him. And he was on the ball. He knew exactly what I was talking about and said, all right, yeah, this is how it actually works. The way they did it on the show, no, they didn't. It doesn't work like that. So, I mean, I can't pick one. I know, because I just gave you 4, but it's just, I think every one that I really get into is fascinating, because the amount of information that I find out, that I learn, that it broadens my understanding so much better. Oh my God, I love it. I love that shit. Good question, Tom. Thank you. Let's see. All right. I'm going down. The question here. Oh, they're talking about the sense. Bob, specific sense linked to memories, not a scent in general that helps improve memory. Huh. I don't know. Oh, Bob's comment before that. He says, I plan to cover topics like sense and memory in the podcast I am starting in the new year. So there is some connection to smells and memory, but it will not improve memory. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. He also follows up with, in regards to the scent and memory question, I am not familiar with the scientific literature, but has it been replicated? Yeah, I don't know. Again, in any of the scientific literature that I've read, like Elizabeth Loftus, she's the foremost expert in the world about memory. I've never read anything that I can recall that anything about sense, specific sense that would improve memory. Shoo, let's see. Talking about, I love the conversations that go on. It's just so cool. I'm actually starting to catch up because everyone's talking and no one's asking questions. That's awesome. Let's see. I'm almost there. I'm catching up. I don't see any other questions. Awesome. Damn straight. CSL fellow. Oh, so there you go. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. I have to, let me see. See above my head. Wait, let me raise this up a little bit. There it is. Right there. Big announcement. And I kind of said it last week, but this is a big honor for me. This plaque right here. Oh my God, I love it. So I write for Skeptical Inquirer magazine, their online magazine, and it's a column that I write. They gave it to me. They let me pretty much pick my topics. Once in a while, they give me a topic to really investigate if it's in the news and it's something that's really current. But I've been doing that for 2 years now. I've been able to do some lectures for them and other events, and I help them out. And it's a big science organization. It's the biggest skeptical science organization pretty much in the world. And I'm so happy to be part of it. And one of the big honors that you can receive is being elected a fellow, which is like, it basically means that you've contributed to the scientific community immensely. You've done a lot of work. You've contributed. You've helped people out. You've promoted not only skepticism but critical thinking. You've helped people like kids, students, classes, lectures, whatever, to improve critical thinking, to improve knowledge, to improve the scientific understanding of things. And it's something that several years ago, I sat in Barry Carr's office, who is the executive director of the Center for Inquiry. And I sat in his office. We were chatting about something. I looked up on the wall and there was a plaque there that had his name and it said fellow on it. And I remember distinctly sitting there going, I want one of those. How do I get one of those? And Barry was talking to me and he made a comment like, people are watching your work already, just keep doing what you're doing. And here I am 2 years later, and I get an email saying that, hey, the executive council of the Center for Inquiry, or the Center for Skeptical Inquiry, has voted to invite you to become a fellow, which is like one of those big honor things. And I'm just like, I pretty much cried when I got it in the mail. So that came a couple days ago, last week, and it's nice. It's so nice. I love it. It's you know what? Because I absolutely love helping as much as I can. I've had the opportunity to go to classrooms, to actually go to schools and go into a classroom and talk to the kids and use paranormal topics, you know, ghosts and UFOs and Bigfoot and stuff, and use them to not only to capture that interest, but to see the flame of knowledge, you know, like the curiosity in their eyes, like they're really into it. And then rather than just say, you know, it's all fake, really get into it, get into nitty gritty of the science and critical thinking and looking at things closer and looking at the details and seeing their eyes light up because they're learning and they're understanding. Oh my God, I fucking love that. I love that. And something like this, when this comes along, it's just, whew, I don't have the words. I really don't. It makes me so happy that I'm doing good, I think. And it's awesome. And I'm seeing all the comments coming in, and it's really cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate everything that you guys are saying, because it's awesome. I mean, it's really cool. And it just makes me want to do stuff more. You know, it drives me to do more. And I have been doing more. I've been helping, I've been in contact with a few teachers, and things are happening. I got some ideas that are brewing. So I'm hopefully, well, not hopefully, I'm going to continue this for many, 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 many years, to be a thorn in the side of, you know, people that hate me. But anyway, I digress. Let me bring the camera down a little. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna leave it up there because I'm so proud of it. All right. Let's see. I think I'm caught up on a lot of the comments. I see a lot. You guys are awesome. I love it. Woo, let's see. Well deserved. You guys are awesome. It's like winning the vote. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Buster Williams. You got a fucking awesome name. I love that. Buster Williams. That's cool. Let's see. Carol says, well, I would have a group of friends interested in paranormal who were drawing me in because I wanted to believe, but I still wanted real info on these things so I could help these friends with critical thinking, like the EVP radio scanner thing. Love that. And then the videos and photos. And here I am every weekend. But I buy lots of books. You know, I can't stress that enough. You know, like you can find stuff online all the time, but the good stuff is in books. It really is. I still have tons of books. All the books that you see there, all those are books behind some of the figures and all that stuff. All those shelves have books. And I literally have four bins. I have a big bin, and I have 3 big bags of books down in the basement that I reference all the time, because there's some information that you can only find in those books, and it's really, really cool. So I definitely say buy books, buy more books. I just bought this book. Hold on, let me show you. Just bought this book. Amazing, but false. Pretty cool book, recommended by Ben Rafford. To me, he gave me a little mystery that was in here to solve, and I was able to solve it in a day. Haha, take that, Ben. But it was actually a pretty cool book. It's filled with a lot of interesting facts that you would think were true, but they're not. And it gives you the information. The forward is by James Randi. So this is my recommended book, Amazing But False, by David. I'm not even going to try to say that name. I'm going to put it up here so you guys can see it. There you go. That's his name. Forward by James Randi. So check it out. I actually talked to the author and the illustrator because of the little things that the little mystery that was presented to me because of that book. So there you go. One chip challenge. It's coming. Don't worry. Couple minutes. Actually, let me get the invite here, because I got to send it to JD so he can come on and do the chip challenge with me. But let's see if he likes this idea. Let's see. I'm going through the questions or the comments right now, making sure that I'm all caught up. There you go. There you go. Uh-oh. My guest host is here. My guest host has come in. Let me put the camera down a little bit. Before I go, there's my wife Donna.
Hi,
everybody
guys.
say hi to Donna. She's gonna take over when I die. So, all right. So one thing I wanted to tell you guys before, we get into this, is that I got this little prop back here, which is pretty cool. If you haven't read my article, my latest article, I did a breakdown of a 1900 Irish photograph that allegedly had a phantom hand in it. And it was actually by JD actually brought it up during one of the shows. And I was able to not only get through and describe exactly what had happened. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. You have to go read the article. But in the article, I wrote about early retouching of photographs, well before computers, no Photoshop, and exactly how people would touch up photos. They could actually take out blemishes. They could take out, there's actually an image in the article, embedded in the article, where a woman has this big bulge on her neck, and the retouchers take it out. They also make people thinner too, which everybody wanted back then. Because
and now
they were used to portraits being painted back in the old days, where you could tell the painter, make me thinner. That's it. And they did. But the camera, it didn't do it. So I was able to actually acquire an antique retouching desk, which is what this is back here. This is from, as far as I know, this is from 1911. And it's really, really cool. You would take the old photographs, which were on glass plates, and the glass plate would go here. This is actually like a frosted glass here. And this would sit by the window. There's a mirror. This part under here that moves, that's a mirror. And it would reflect the sunlight coming in the window on the back of the frosted glass. And you could actually work on the negative on here. And it was really cool. But I was able to pick this up really, really cheap because it was missing one leg. But I don't care about that. I can actually build that. But that was cool. Just something I want to share with you guys. So let's see. What else we got here? We got David Pike saying, my buddy Scott is doing a ghost investigation somewhere up near French Lick, Indiana. He just texted me and said something grabbed him, as in not of this world. Can you explain why people think something as in ghosts grabbed them? I'll throw in, I was on an investigation at Perryville Battlefield one time, and a lady claimed something grabbed her arm, and she was a big skeptic on the existence of ghosts. So that, actually, it's good that you're here, because you had an experience like that when we went to White Hill Mansion, and we were walking in the basement, and you had cobwebs actually get touch and tangle your hair, and you thought something was grabbing you.
Yeah.
So it depends on the situation, but sometimes, like with that, we were in a basement, it was dark, and if you have cobwebs, which is, I mean, that's just standard procedure. There's going to be cobwebs because in old places like that, there are going to be bugs and shit like that. So the cobwebs were hanging down, and it just caught on her hair, and especially people with longer hair, it's going to catch and pull. It's going to feel like it pulls because of that stickiness. Other things, let's see, grabbed him. We'd have to know the details of what happened there.
Yeah, where they are,
what they were doing at the time, and then really get into that. People, depending on how many clothes you have on, sometimes if you move, the clothing shifts. And if you're in an environment where you're hypersensitive because you think shit's going on, you might think something grabbed you. But okay, so with that, I'm going to cut off the questions, and we're going to get to the torture part. JD is in the background. I see him smiling already, so I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to switch seats with Donna, so she's in charge of the show, and then I think I'm going to pee first because I got to pee.
That
So
would be a good idea.
you know what, JD, hold on in the background. I'm going to play my commercial real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to switch everything and we're going to get to this challenge so that people can see us, die. So with that, I'm going to get ready because it's got like a minute and a half for my commercials, and then we'll be right back. All right. Oh, that's not it. Duh. I really should click on the commercial. That's great. Hey there, my friends. Are you looking to show off your science and skeptical side like these fine people? Then head over to my Teespring store where you'll find lots of t-shirts, coffee mugs, tote bags, fanny packs. Yes, they are coming back. Face coverings, yoga pants, and even pillows. What? Yes, there's lots of designs. You'll get some cool merch, and the money from your purchases go right back into my research efforts. We all win. So check out Scientific Skepticism at teespring.com. And remember, kids, never stop learning.
Are you tortured by what you see and hear about the paranormal field? Join us as we critically examine and question paranormal claims, science, ghosts, demons, cryptids, UFOs, ghost hunting technology, and much more are all on the table for discussion. 3 Tortured Souls is a video podcast that streams live on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 Pacific.
Whew, all right. We are back. I switched places. Let me bring on JD. Oh, what's up, buddy?
No, son. Oh, you have to come back on screen.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me fix the screen here. There we go. All right. Can you hear us good?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You got your chip?
Right here.
Oh, he's got gloves on too. That's good.
All
Yep.
right.
Yeah, you
So
should have gloves on.
Let me get my
I'm not
chip.
touching it.
I'm putting. So we gotta go. Let me move the mic here so I can. You can hear me good. All right. So everybody at home, this is the background on this, real quick. JD had an idea. We actually talked about this. I posted a picture of this
Touch it with you.
where I picked those up at the local Wawa, and basically he wanted one because he's never been able to get one. So I picked up another one. I sent it to him, and then he had this idea that we could raise some money for charity, which I'm always on board with. So we put it out there. We did a video in the beginning of the week where basically we said if we reached $100, then JD would eat this chip. And this is supposed to be like a really hot, really, really torturous piece of hell that people should not eat. So basically, it was if we get $100, then he was going to do this challenge, and then like every $5 after that, we'd add a minute on where he could not like drink any milk or do anything like that. I have no such rules. But somebody, Tom, made some comments in the chat room last week about I should do it with him. And I kind of figured, all right, well, I don't want to do this because I am totally a wuss with spicy stuff. Totally a wuss. I don't do spicy at all. So I said, all right, if we hit $500 for the Cancer Research Institute, then I'll do it with JD. That was my mistake.
Big mistake.
Because today, somebody, Diana, donated $500 to the Cancer Research Institute. So I think we're up at I think I said like $540, I think.
All right.
So
that's great.
That means that I have to do it with you, JD.
Yep.
And I'm scared shitless. I am scared because I don't like doing this. I don't like spicy stuff. And but on the other side, I don't back away from a challenge. I said it, so I'm going to stick to it. And so what do you think? What's your final words before we both die?
I'm glad we could do this for a good cause. And I'm ready for a world of pain.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. I love. Let's see. Wishing you luck.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me get my glove on.
Oh, look, Diana posted, I release you both.
Nope, too late. Too late, Diana. We agreed to it, so we're gonna do it. Hey, Stacy. I donated because my husband is a cancer survivor, as is Donna. That's right. That's why we're doing it, so that we can help everyone else that has to put up with this terrible bullshit disease.
There's way too many people.
All right, so I'm putting my other glove on because I got to tell you, when I got these, I opened this up.
Keep it away from me.
And all I did was touch the bag. I looked at the bag, I read the box, and then I put it back in, and I cut it off me.
Yo, watch what you're doing, man. You're flipping
It's sticking
stuff.
to me. All I did was actually I scratched my nose, and within a minute, it was on fire. And I was like, holy fuck balls. Oh my God. So I know it's going to be hot. I do have milk here because I am a total wuss. So I do have milk. Can you open that and make sure that's ready to go? All right. Are you ready? Are you ready, JD?
I'm ready whenever you are.
All right. Did you open it yet?
I have not. I'm opening it now.
Okay. I'm going to open it. Oh,
Don't-
God.
Don't get
I'm
it close
scared.
to me. Hey, look,
All
there's pieces already falling.
All right.
So
You guys are crazy. Oh, it is a
black
black
chip.
chip too.
All right, wait a minute. Let me get this all the way open here. There we go. All right, so there's my chip.
Yeah, it's like a blue tortilla chip.
cool. That's a
It
paint
smells
peeling.
good. It smells good. I like it.
Oh, he likes it. Hey,
Uh, all right, you ready? On the
I'm
three?
ready.
All right, Donna's going to call it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my God, it's burning. Oh my God, it's burning.
I'm watching the video. I don't want to watch your face.
Oh my God, it's burning. Oh my
Your
God.
lips. How you doing, JD?
Woo!
He's still chewing.
Woo! Ow!
Oh,
Oh God, hiccup.
you're doing better than I thought.
Oh my God. I'm hiccuping.
Take your gloves off. Don't touch your face.
Ah!
He's destroying the room.
Oh, I got the hiccups. Ah!
Oh,
Is it as bad as you thought?
Ugh.
oh.
Oh my gosh.
So much worse when you swallow.
Oh.
That's what she said. Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh my God. Yeah.
mm. Oh,
JD's feeling it now.
mm.
Oh, I'm crying.
I think Kenny just chewed his a little faster, JD.
Oh.
It burns. Oh,
Oh.
oh.
Mm.
Yeah, get it off your lips. You have it on your lips.
Mm. Oh. Oh my God.
Oh.
Ah.
Your tongue is bright red, Kenny. Look at your tongue. It's on fire.
Oh.
Do you have anything to drink there, JD?
No.
Oh. You should get some milk.
Oh, I'm crying.
No, the challenge was for 5 minutes.
Oh. Timing?
No, I guess
I
not.
haven't been
Oh.
timing.
Oh.
Don't die. You don't have to wait 5 minutes.
Oh.
Oh,
All right, I think we peaked. Oh.
Is that helping?
Oh.
no,
Oh.
no. Oh, my God. Oh,
Oh.
I'm crying. This is for charity.
You're
Oh.
starting to sweat. Getting
Oh.
starting to sweat.
Oh, my God. Whew.
Oh.
Oh.
JD, get something to drink. Please don't die.
Whew.
The back hurt. It doesn't hurt in my chest and my stomach as much as I thought it would, but the back of my throat, it burns a lot. Oh, it's hard to swallow. Wow.
Go grab some bread.
You know
Oh.
that feeling when you realize you've had way too much to drink and the room starts spinning and you think, shit, this was a really bad idea?
It's a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts when air touches my mouth.
Yeah.
It's like redness. It's just getting redder.
Whew.
I tried really hard not to get any of the dust on my lips.
Yeah, Kenny's got. You have some in the corner of your mouth.
Mm.
It's mostly the back of my throat.
Mm.
Like it feels like
Oh,
the
my
back
God.
is swollen.
Ugh.
I-
I think it went up into my nose. Whew.
Don't cry.
Oh, I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm totally crying.
Oh, oh, my throat hurts.
Get something to drink.
Yeah, go get something to drink.
How long's it been?
5 minutes. Nobody was watching the time.
Hold
Go
on a
ahead.
second.
You're allowed.
Oh my God. So this is whew.
It says you can go. It says if you could go an hour, you're a heavyweight.
Oh.
Oh, fuck you, JD.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh my God. It's just like pure burn. Like I feel like
I gotta say, for every time I've ever went into a restaurant and I've said, you know, I want it spicy, and not just white person spicy. I want it spicy.
Oh.
This chip delivers.
Do you usually like spice?
I do.
Oh, okay.
The last time I had something like this happen, I got a plate of wings that was all ghost pepper,
Mm-hmm.
So
and I was like,
Carmichael,
"Give me the platter. I want like 4 or 5 wings," and they were like, "No, sir, we're gonna give you like 2 wings, and then you can have some like normal hot wings." I was like, "What? Okay." And yeah, I couldn't finish the wings.
No.
I ended up and I drank all the milk at the table. My son was still a baby, so he had milk in a bottle. I drank all his milk. So we had to get the waitress to bring us extra milk.
Oh wow.
But
So-
this chip, way worse.
Oh.
this in the comments, people were saying it's been 5 minutes,
Yeah, go get something to drink.
so you can drink.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God, it's still.
Good. Yes.
That is without a doubt the spiciest thing I've ever had.
Mm.
I like spice and I wouldn't do it. So I commend both of you.
I hate spicy stuff. I hate it. I don't like. I can't do hot wings. I don't do hot wings.
I gotta put the phone.
Whew. So, oh my God, I'm gonna try and talk, but it hurts.
You can just see your look at your lips.
My
They're
lips.
are bright red.
Oh my God. So my lips, I can feel tingling, but they don't hurt. My tongue fucking hurts. Like it
Yeah.
hurts. Like I feel like I turned the oven on, and I stuck my tongue on the flame.
What are the spices in it? Carol wants to know.
Carolina Reaper. I think they did Szechuan pepper.
The Reaper is bad.
Oh,
Scorpion chili powder, pepper.
Wow.
Carolina Reaper pepper.
I think it's
a little
starting
bit of
to
everything.
Yeah, chipotle pepper powder.
Oh,
You guys got it all. Activated charcoal powder.
now it's starting to settle on my chest. There's a weight.
Go down further.
I don't have any of that in the chest or the stomach. I don't feel any of it here. It's all still like my tongue. The sides of my tongue are the worst.
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh.
I know I wear gloves, but I'm still afraid to touch my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that again.
No.
Maybe for charity, but I don't think you can pay me enough to do it.
Kudos to both of you.
I can say we can both say we're fucking champions.
Champions, woohoo!
Yeah.
Carol wants me to take a picture. That's a good idea, Carol. So Kenny can remember what he looks like tomorrow.
Whew. Oh my God.
Now the question is, am I going to be able to get up and go to work tomorrow?
I don't have
your
to.
tongue is so see it from here.
I know, it's so red. You're gonna have to open the chocolate milk. We might have to go to chocolate milk.
Yeah, I got chocolate milk too. Just because I like that better. Oh my goodness. So, I mean, this is torture, and I hope you guys are getting a thrill out of this. I really do, because I mean, we did raise.
You did a good job.
We did raise $540 for cancer research, so that was the point.
Yep.
And I mean, it was a good challenge. We raised money for a good cause, so I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to go through this torture. I'm happy that JD came up with this.
What? Happy to go through this torture again? Did I hear that right?
Oh no, he did not say that. We might have to raise the stakes a little bit.
I thought I was safe. I was like, oh yeah, $500. Yeah, then I'll do it. I thought I was safe. No.
Open your mouth, man. It's your foot.
When you messaged me, I was like, you're shitting me. There's no way.
Yeah. I would not do this on my own.
Carol wants you to put up the donation.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is?
So if you, I can't do this. Type in cancer research. There it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, I want to cut my tongue out. I just want it out.
Oh man.
So I'm posting the link in the chat room. So
there we go.
Yeah, that's the link. Go in there and yeah, I can't think right now.
Go in there, click the button. It should take you where you need to go.
It's burned away brain cell.
I think his brain is frying.
When I got the hiccups, I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna puke all over this.
A lot of people have that happen. I was kind of wondering if it was going to with me, but yeah, I guess I got locked. I guess I lucked out.
I'm glad they went away.
Like watching a car. All right, it's starting to subside now.
Starting to feel a little better.
Yeah, it's not as it's still there. It's still burning on the tongue. My lips are still tingling.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you eat a peppermint patty, but
No
bad.
smooth sensation.
It's like a peppermint patty from Satan. Oh, nice shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm.
Way to represent.
You
Oh
know
my
it.
goodness. Oh, all right. That was. How you doing?
Not too bad.
You look like you're doing
curious
better
to see, I'm curious to see how it's going to be when I like wake up in the middle of the night. Yeah, your tongue is freaking. Did you like swirl it in your mouth like before chewing it?
I tried to chew it and swallow it as fast as I could. I figured, you know what? The quicker I I get it past the taste buds, the better off I'd be. So,
See, I'd worry about most of that like, going down and hitting my
Right.
stomach and shit.
I'm just waiting for it to come out later.
It could be a problem.
That
Yeah.
could be bad. Oh my god!
Get the corner of your mouth.
I had
really
some Pepto and
The other corner.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's good.
oh, that shirt's coming off. And I'm gonna get a new shirt.
Robert wants to know: are your teeth, gums numb? Are your teeth or your gums numb?
Gums, no. I don't feel any numbness. Like I feel everything, including the intense burning. I still feel that. But it's mostly on the sides of my tongue, not so much the top. And I still feel the tingling sensation on the lips. But I don't feel any numbness. What about you?
Yeah, my lips are a little tingly. I was feeling a little lightheaded there for a while. I was like, oh boy, I hope that's not a sign.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
Oh, that's nice. Megan says, you guys are awesome. Try to enjoy the rest of your night. Donna, you may want to sleep in a different room. You have good air quality while you sleep.
Don't worry, Megan. I'll put him on the couch. I'm not giving up my bed.
All right. So it's finally subsiding enough. My tongue does not hurt anymore. It's a slight burning sensation, but
You're not feeling it anywhere else?
I'm not feeling it anywhere else. Now I'm actually feeling a little bit normal now.
That's good. So it was about,
That was an
10
experience.
minutes? 15 minutes?
About that, yeah.
15-minute train wreck.
Wow.
For a good cause.
Oh, man. Bob says this could have been an entire show.
Right? It could have been.
And what happened to Tom Nelly? Did he die laughing?
I don't know. Yeah, there's no comments. Tom, where are you?
Where are you, Tom? Come on, Juan Tom. Where'd you go?
Yeah, you're bugging the whole show, Tom.
Oh, my goodness. Woo, that was good. Good cause. I hope everyone was entertained. Oh, all right. I think I'm good. I think I can continue the show.
Yeah, I'm glad that he can continue. I have so many notes here on how to close out the show for you guys. If need be.
I planned for the worst. As in, like, oh shit, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to be in the bathroom just puking or dying.
I even have his boss's phone number just in case I have to call for his life insurance.
I love the confidence.
Hey, man, you got to be prepared.
Yeah. All right.
Diana, he survived.
Yeah, I survived.
JD looks pretty good. I hope you survive tomorrow, JD.
I will. I hope.
Make sure. Do you have any ice cream on hand? It says eat some ice cream.
That's what I found.
No, I idiotically ate it yesterday.
Oh,
When I was looking this up, I found that some of the sites that tested all these, ways to cure the burn, they said that you just click it. Oh, thank you,
thank
Carol.
you, Carol.
Appreciate it. in honor of Kenny's tongue and JD's chest. That's awesome. But some of them, most of them said like milk was the best. But there was a few sites that said ice cream had not only milk but sugar in it, and the coldness just was what you needed. But whew, all right, I'm feeling much better now.
Good.
Much better. I'm not sweating
anymore. The sweating stuff. The tongue's still red.
It's so red. Still red tongue.
You look at it. Look how red it looks on there.
Oh my God, it is.
I told you.
Wow. Holy crap. What's your tongue look like?
Not that. I mean, the lighting's not too bad, but I don't think my tongue's that red.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kenny's looks really red. It could be the light, maybe.
Maybe. Oh my God. All right. I'm good.
Do you want your chair back?
Yeah, I can take my chair back.
All right, guys.
Everybody say bye to Donna. Thank you for
have a good night, guys.
For taking over duties.
I'm always here. I'm just not in camera sight.
Oh my goodness. Whew.
Yeah, don't
get
touch
those
your
crumbs
desk.
away.
you're blowing them. You better be careful where you
man.
blow them.
That's what. All right, people. That's awesome. All right, we're down to the end here. If anyone has any questions, hey, we got a member of the Church of Satan here. If you have any questions for him, while he can still talk, feel free to put it in the chat room. We have a couple minutes left.
More money.
Oh, we got some more money. What do we got? Bye, Donna. Oh, look at that. Robert donated $20.
Thanks,
damn,
Robert.
we're doing awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Very awesome. Oh, bye, Donna. Bye, Donna. Everybody saying bye. That's good. So when we're 540, 560, 580.
580, almost at 6, yeah.
$580 so far, which is awesome. Great. I mean, that's it goes to a good cause. I mean, some of the people in the chat room commented already that they went through it, their significant other, or we all know somebody that has gone through it, and it just sucks. It really does. And it's all hit us close to home, and
very close.
This little bit, very close to home. This little bit, it helps. Every little bit helps. Because you take a whole bunch of little bits, you put them together, you got a big bit, and it starts chipping away at this shit. And hopefully,
one
day we will be rid of this this horrible disease. So, woo. Wait, what's this? JD, if you can talk, I'd like to hear about the church.
Oh.
So you want to take like a couple minutes and just talk about? Can you talk?
I can try.
All right, just give a really brief description, and then we'll close out because we got about 10 minutes left.
So Church of Satan was founded by Anton LaVey, and I'm sorry, my wife's over here cracking up.
Don't black out.
I think they were taking bets on whether or not I could talk tonight.
He's having a hard time talking.
If you can't, dude, it's all right. We'll cover it again later.
I don't think he's going to make it.
So,
all right. Any bets? Any bets on if JD's going to make it to the end of the show?
Carol says you don't have to. We can talk about it another week.
Maybe let's do another week.
Let's do it another week. Carol, if you're interested, if you go back in the in past shows, JD was on, and he actually went into great detail about the Church of Satan and
Kat put up a link too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and there's a link. Kat put up a link in the chat room to the Church of Satan and the facts, the frequently asked questions. So, yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much for including that. So many people don't actually read those.
You sound like you're dying.
You all right, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Go get more
I
to drink.
think
Go
I'll
get
drink
more
some
to
milk
drink.
after this.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you need some.
Why don't you go, dude? Why don't you go? We're at the end. Go get some relief. We did a great job. You did an awesome job. This was a great idea. I appreciate you coming up with this and following through.
Yeah.
You did an awesome job, dude. Awesome.
Thanks
All right.
for taking the trip with me.
So, yeah.
No problem, dude. I mean, hey, I'm glad we did it together. It was more fun.
Yeah.
It was more fun.
Because
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do it.
And I can say I did it. And I can proudly put this little banner up and
Yeah,
say,
you
yeah,
can.
I'm a fucking
Yeah.
champion. I fucking did it.
He can put it right above
You know,
his
when I saw that in the box, I was like, you know what? This is gonna make it all worth it.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, man. Go get some relief. I will talk to you later.
All right.
All right, bud? Bye. Take
Bye-bye.
it easy. Bye-bye.
Poor guy.
Woo!
I feel bad.
Wow. He's doing good. Yeah, his wife is there, so he's not alone, but he's good. He was trying to make it without taking much to drink, going along as long as possible. Because we did have the idea that, for
You can go 5 minutes.
he would go at least 5 minutes, but there was enough torture between us.
He did though.
He did good. Yeah, he
I
went to
think
5
went
minutes.
Past 5 before you had a drink.
He did really, really good. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't even know how to close out the show. What do I do? I forget how the format of the show works.
I got it. Wait, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
what
go
do you got?
to the brand and you say goodbye.
Oh no, we're not going to close out the show like that.
Oh.
That's shutting down the show. But
Sum
at
it
the
up.
end, we have to sum it up. Well, we sum it up and we pretty much go into. I don't have anything planned. Well, actually, I do. Hold on. Things coming up. I don't have much coming up. Where are my glasses? There we go. All right. So the only stuff that I have is that on November 11th, I will be a guest on a podcast called The Paranormal Brew, 7 o'clock next week. So I'll be on there. November 19th, I'll be a guest on another podcast. Oh my God, it's coming back.
Oh.
Called a podcast called The Haunted Librarian. And then actually, I just got a message today that I will be on another podcast called, let me see, it is the Afterlife. What is it called? Let me see. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay. It's called Afterlife with Anley Lucas. It's 7 p.m. That's Central Time. So I think that's Sunday. This Sunday night. So I think it's actually 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But I'll post a link up. But I'm going to be a guest on that podcast. I'm not sure what this podcast is. I think it's a paranormal podcast. I think it's fairly new. But I just got the message tonight about it. So I'll be doing that. I don't have any other events coming up, outside events. But if you're hosting any, which I doubt you are because COVID just sucks and it's getting worse. But if you have events in the future, or if you're doing lectures, any kind of online stuff that you would like to have a skeptical opinion, and you like, what I do, reach out to me because I love taking part in that kind of stuff. It's fun. I think great discussions and we really get into it. Please listen Saturday nights. I do another podcast with Dave Schumacher and Tim Vickers. It's called Three Tortured Souls. We go on at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have a good discussion about one topic. And tomorrow's topic is about, it has to do with EVPs, and it's going to be fun. I think it's really going to be fun because some of the background work that we did is going to make this interesting and give you a different perspective on it. So that's going on, and I don't think K&D Adventures.
Yeah.
Yes. We have a YouTube channel called K&D Adventures, Kenny and Donna, and we go out and we adventure.
Yeah.
And we take video of it and we put it up there. So make sure you go on YouTube and subscribe because we're trying to get to 100 subscribers still. Yeah. I think last check we were at like 86 or something like that. So we're getting there. And then let's see, what's this? Wait. How about show on mystery lights like Min? That came up, so that might be a show later. We'll see. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else scheduled. You saw the commercial. Feel free, if you're into science T-shirts or if you're looking for something like that, feel free to browse the shop, Scientific Skepticism on Teespring. And then if you do decide to purchase any shirts, the money goes back to the research. So it's not like I pocket it and go out and buy, Superman toys or something like that, Star Wars toys. It actually goes back into the research. So it lets me buy ghost. Oh my God. It lets me buy ghost hunting equipment. It lets me attend paranormal events, conferences, and stuff like that. It lets me acquire books that I might need for further research. So everything goes back into the work. And it really helps me out. It also helps me keep this going. So I totally appreciate it. And with that, I think we're going to really close it out. Again, thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah, and donating.
Donating to the Cancer Research
You guys
Institute.
are great too.
Oh my God.
It's a talking. You're bringing in the air into your
Right.
mouth and it's starting all over again.
Fucking air. But
you need it.
yeah, thank you for spending your Friday night with me. I appreciate it. A lot of you guys come out every Friday night, and I do appreciate it. It's nice to see the same faces. It's nice to see new faces, but it's great to see people come back because maybe I'm doing something right. So anyway, so with that, I'm going to go to my video and I'm going to cut the show out and say, never stop learning. And I'll see you next week.